Hey there, pet lovers! Welcome back to Pawfect Family, where we turn scientific facts into everyday wisdom for pet parents. Today, we're diving nose first into the fascinating world of dogs, from how they became our best friends to why they do that weird thing with the couch cushions. Plus, we'll bust some of the most common myths about dog behavior and breed traits. Spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with being alpha. So, if you've ever wondered, why is my dog like this? You're in the right place. Let's get into it. Part 1. Where dogs really come from. Hint, not just wolves. Dogs weren't just magically created to play fetch and snuggle on the couch. Their story starts way back, possibly 30,000 to 35,000 years ago, with their wild ancestors, the Eurasian gray wolves. But here's the thing. Modern dogs are not wolves in disguise. Comparing the two is like saying a Chihuahua is just a tiny wolf with trust issues. They've been genetically, physically, and behaviorally reshaped by thousands of years of domestication and selective breeding. One wild experiment that proves this. In the 1950s, Russian scientist Dmitry Belyaev selectively bred silver foxes for friendliness. After just a few generations, these wild foxes not only became super cuddly, they started getting floppy ears, curly tails, and spotted coats. All without anyone breeding them for looks. Just for tameness. So yeah, breeding for one trait often brings a whole bag of genetic surprises. Part 2. Selective breeding, what we've done to dogs and their noses. Let's be honest, humans have been a little over-enthusiastic with the whole cute dog thing. In our quest for flatter faces, smaller bodies, or just Instagrammable features, we've unintentionally created breeds with serious health problems. Take the British Bulldog, for example. Once a strong, athletic, working dog, and now many can barely breathe, walk far, or even wag properly. Thanks to their brachycephalic skulls, that's the technical term for smushed face, they're prone to airway blockages, overheating, and spinal issues. Other examples. Pugs. Adorable, yes, but many struggle to breathe and regulate body temperature. Dachshunds. Their long backs make them prone to spinal injuries and even paralysis. German Shepherds. Increasingly bred for a sloped back, which can lead to hip dysplasia and other joint issues. And don't even get us started on the curly tails and screw-shaped spines. The truth is, when we prioritize looks over function, the dogs pay the price. Part 3. Behavior isn't just bad. It's biology, baby. Ever caught yourself yelling no to your dog like it's a magical spell? Yeah, we've all been there. But dog behavior is more than just training, it's deeply influenced by genetics, socialization, personality, learning experiences, and yes, environment. Dogs aren't trying to be bad, they're often just being dogs. If your Labrador keeps stealing snacks or your Border Collie keeps hurting the vacuum, that's not disobedience, it's instinct. Some behaviors, like guarding food or chasing things, were essential for survival. So, expecting your terrier to ignore a squirrel, that's like asking a cat to ignore a laser pointer. Good luck! That's why it's so important to choose breeds or mixes that match your lifestyle. A husky stuck in a studio apartment might get destructive, not because he's naughty, but because he's bored out of his mind. Part 4. The big myth alpha dogs and dominance. Let's talk about the whole alpha dog thing. You know, the idea that your pup is trying to dominate your house and become leader of the pack? Turns out, it's completely outdated. This myth came from old studies on unrelated captive wolves living in artificial zoo groups. The researchers saw constant fighting and labeled the biggest wolf alpha. But later studies on wild wolves revealed something else. Wolf packs are families. The so-called alpha is usually just mom or dad. Dogs aren't plotting a takeover. If your pup guards the couch or growls over a toy, it's probably about anxiety, not ambition. They're communicating discomfort or resource guarding, not trying to rule your kingdom. So instead of trying to dominate your dog, focus on understanding their needs and responding with patience and science-backed training. Part 5. What breed tells you and doesn't. Different breeds were created for different jobs: herding, guarding, retrieving, or just keeping your lap warm. These roles influence behavior even today. Collies may stalk during play. It's not aggression, it's instinct. They were originally bred to herd livestock, so that sneaky crouch is all part of the job. Retrievers often nail recall. They were bred to come back. Fetching and returning was literally their 9 to 5 in the field. Terriers might nip, not because they're mean, but because they were bred to chase and bite pests. That fiery little snap helped them root out rodents and protect homes. And what about mixed breeds or designer dogs like Labradoodles? While people hope for the best of both worlds like a smart, low-shedding pup, genetics don't always play nice. That hypoallergenic coat? Not guaranteed. That calm temperament? Could go either way. Bottom line, every dog is an individual. Breed gives you clues, not a rulebook. Our next episode explains each breed and their unique characteristic in details. Stay tuned. So, what's the big takeaway? Your dog's behavior isn't just random, it's shaped by their genes, upbringing, and the world around them. Dominance myths? Outdated. Training rooted in trust and science? That's the way to go. And next time you're thinking about getting a puppy, choose health and temperament over just looks. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with a fellow dog lover, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next pet parenting deep dive. Thanks for watching, and remember, understanding your dog is the first step toward giving them the Pawfect life